this particular stadium, do you think it's finally getting and deserving the light it actually deserved for a long time?
Well, I've got really fond memories of Brabourne Stadium. I hold a world record. I didn't even know there was a world record at the time for fielding, and that was at the CCI, Cricket Club of India, at Brabourne Stadium in 1993. And it's still my record. I caught 5 catches against the West Indies in a Hero Cup game. So very fond memories. We also, when India was hosting the World Cup in 2011, because the stadium was used for the World Cup, we Brabourne Stadium was also used as a venue. Again, a very high-scoring ground, good carry. The pitch, it's a good surface, and the outfield is lightning fast. So I have good memories of the venue, but again, another high-scoring venue for sure.
How do you compare its pitch to that of Wankhede?
Well, very similar. I mean, again, the soil here in Mumbai is quite distinct and different to the rest of India. So, it's a good surface. The only time it would maybe take a little more wear and tear if it was, at the end of a busy summer, because obviously Wankhede doesn't get as much cricket as Brabourne. So that might be the differentiator towards the end of the IPL. It might, the slower bowlers and the spin bowlers might come, which usually does happen in the IPL that's been hosted in India towards the end of the IPL, especially now with the extra games and the 10 teams, as you rightly said at the top. It's a slightly longer tournament. So slow bowlers and fast bowlers who've got good variation might be more effective towards the back end of the tournament.
Perfect. So what would be your advice at the toss, at this stadium in particular?
Well, I think most teams, when they win the toss here under lights in Mumbai, will actually want to chase the total down because, as I said, it's going to be a high-scoring game. So even if the opposition score 190, there's no guarantee of the win. So it's always good to know the score that you're trying to achieve. I mean, everyone talks about if you bat first and put a big score on the scoreboard, then there's a bit of scoreboard pressure on the opposition. But the surface here is so good to bat on that is sometimes I think the teams like to know what they are chasing, and it's a very, very tough to score anything that's not over 200. It's pretty difficult to defend here. Not difficult to defend, but it's certainly, you've got to bring your best game, even though you've scored 200 in that first innings.